One building in St. Paul, it's the Haberdasher's Couch, featuring Heimie and Dorsett. Today's special guest, Todd Walker, the Todd About Town. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Heimie.
Ladies and gentlemen, calm down, settle in. It's Friday and you made it. And here we are once again on Friday. And I tell you what's great about this day is because I get to introduce a new man, a changed man, a man with energy and spirit, a man in love. That's right, Dorsett got married here at the Haberdashery this past weekend, and we enjoyed the festivities. Keith, come on out, different man. Look at he's glowing. Now, I'll tell you what, this woman makes him a better person. Because I've seen it, and I've heard it.
Yeah.
I've gone to the mountaintop with you.
Sure did.
Tell me a little bit about the wedding.
I was overwhelmed in a good way.
Yeah.
I have to, first of all, give you the utmost of thank yous for making me cry.
Can't you just put it in the card?
I'll do that as well.
Put it in the card along with $100 and an IOU of something.
That was worth $1,000. And that's in all sincerity.
Skip the card, give me the $1,000.
Such a wonderful job for me and Melissa, my wife.
Yeah.
And I want you to know we greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And this space was amazing. The space was absolutely amazing.
Keith,
yeah.
You gave us good karma. You gave us a place for the first time in the history of the Haberdashery. We had a wedding. Now, we've had funerals, we've had babies born, we've never had union of love. So, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it was a really emotional wedding, real emotional. Even the cake had tears. Ba-dum-bum. I tell you what, we got a great show for you. So settle in, tune in, because you deserve it. So let's welcome Todd Walker.
Hello,
Howdy,
gentlemen.
Todd. Nice
How are
to
you?
see you.
I know. The season has changed a little bit.
That
Yeah, I know. I just finished a long walk.
you're overdressed.
I know. I didn't get out to work out this morning, so I thought this fall weather that we have to take advantage of it and do a little walk.
When you're not traveling, you're eating.
When I'm not traveling, I'm eating. And I'm
you're
also
eating, you're traveling.
Right,
traveling,
and also hoping to share with people things they can do around town.
Yeah.
So the whole Todd About Town deal, I have more people that have said, what other things can I do besides virtual activities? Because, you don't want to just sit at home and sit in front of your computer and do a virtual gala or a virtual, event. So there are some things happening.
So the stuff's still open.
Yeah. Well, I do have a little list here. That's why I'm looking at my phone. Some of the things that I would suggest that people do if they really want to take on activities still. And I'm going to share a couple of them that include live music. And the first one is, it's at Dayblock Brewing. If you haven't been there, it's a pretty fun brewer, Minneapolis. Okay. And they have what's called Frog Leg Thursday. And so Frog Leg is a band that they're playing, and it's $12, or you can do a monthly pass, and it's for $40, and it's every Thursday night. So if you're looking for an activity with music, that is something fun to do.
We have Frog Leg Mondays. Frog Leg Mondays here. You get
Those are the whitest legs I've ever seen. Put them up here again.
I'm sorry. I live in a haberdashery.
Let's find out what's going on.
Yeah, let's find out.
I don't know if
I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
Frog Leg Mondays here at
Wow.
Heimie.
All right, so some of the other activities that are going on around town. Now, of course, the theater community has been hit really bad, and there's just none of the performance houses are open. So one couple in town, you may know them actually, is Jen Marin. Okay, you know Jen. And Peter Simons, her husband. The two of them have put together something called My Funny Quarantine.
Yes.
And you've heard about this.
Yes, I have.
And so what they've done traditionally when they put this together is a 45-minute show all about being stuck together, just two people living together, and some of the challenges and some of the things that go on. Right. And it is funny, and they're both great entertainers. You probably have seen them on the stage many times. Jen is terrific. She played over here at the History Theater. She played the the Congdon Mansion, and she played the lead in that. She was fabulous. Well, anyway, so this My Funny Quarantine, what they've been doing is people can hire them, and they can show up in their driveway, and the neighbors bring over a chair and watch this performance. Now, none of my neighbors have done that yet, so I was like, wonder what they're doing now. Well, the Bakken Museum in Minneapolis on Lake Calhoun, they are running through September, through the weekends in September, My Funny Quarantine, so you can just show up, donations, accepted, and watch this great 45-minute show. And so that's live theater, and I thought that would be a really fun activity for people to do.
Now, were they zooming that show? What were they doing with that show at the beginning?
No, but it was written to perform and practice social distancing and in just driveways around town. But this has gotten so much attention. The New York Times picked it up. The papers around the country.
Keith and I have been performing for months now, and nobody's picked us up.
All right, okay.
Well, off the corner, they picked us up off the corner.
Do you think there's maybe a reason they haven't picked you up? Okay, all right. Okay, I'll share a couple other ones. The drive-in movie theaters are open, and people can go. And, obviously it's social distance, sit in your car with your family and go and watch a great drive-in movie. But now the problem that I've heard about going to the drive-ins is they are packed. So you need to go early. You need to plan on sitting in your car. I talked to one friend that they said they were in their car for 3 hours waiting to get in. Now that would drive me crazy. Goes back to My Funny Quarantine, what it'd be like to be in the car, right?
Yeah.
For that amount of time.
So what's old is new again?
Old is new again.
And
yeah, so that to me sounds like a really fun activity.
And there's this pop-up drive-in that these two guys started in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
That they put a screen up in a parking lot, and people pull in and watch a movie.
Yeah, this weekend actually they're doing this at the Bohemian Flats on West River Parkway, if you know where that is, and they're showing the movie Grease. Okay. So you can just show up, see the movie Grease. It's $15 per car. So just be really aware that there are other activities other than virtual activity.
Just in activities in general, how are we approaching like getting back into restaurants or going to activities like this? Is it come at your own risk? Is there standards or procedures that are set up ahead of time that you know what you're getting into, or what's going on?
Well, they are demanding reservations, so you know who is there, so they can do the social tracing, and that's what all the restaurants are doing now. That's a little bit different, and of course the outdoor dining is what everybody wants to do and go to a patio. So I would suggest, really going out there, go to a patio, and they really are practicing the social distancing. 3 restaurants that are recently have launched really great patios that I want to share are the Gnome in St. Paul on Selby. They have a beautiful patio that Brian Ingram, who actually is going to be on our show coming up here, or your show coming up here. Also, Justin Sutherland has the amazing patio up at Butcher and Boar. Handsome Hog. Right. Speaking of restaurants that have closed, Butcher and Boar. And the newest restaurant that has an amazing patio is called the Woodfire Cantina, which is where the old In Bloom was down at Kagan Case. I went to the opening 2 nights ago, the VIP opening. Everybody's spaced out. They had all of our names, so they know who was there. And it was and the food is great. They don't even have gas in the restaurant. So everything is cooked over an open flame. So I'm going to have Brian and the amazing elote corn come in on the show. And I'm going to have you guys eat the corn. Think of just a little teaser here. It's like flaming Cheetos they roll it in.
Nice.
Hot flaming Cheetos.
Yes.
That's what they used to call me in high school.
Oh, really? I don't want to hear about that either. Once they took a look at those
hot flaming Cheetos.
Once they took a look at those frog legs.
We're 0 for 2 now.
Yeah, I know.
So check this out. It seems like everybody wants a sense of normalcy.
Yeah.
And I was telling Keith, as a retailer, let's talk retail, restaurants, and movies, right?
Yep.
So those are some of the things that make us normal, right? And so what Keith and I are trying to do is figure out what is normal for dress, right? And we're struggling a little bit. We're watching things, we're looking at things, but we do suits. That's what we do. People are buying suits still. But restaurants, it seems like Minnesotans, especially here in the Twin Cities, we're obsessed with restaurants coming and going, right?
Yep.
This opened up, this closed, this opened up, this closed. It's like a taster's choice, right? A melting pot of taster choice here in the Twin Cities. Amazing restaurants that have come and gone because of this pandemic.
I know. That's why I like to see the ones that are
Yeah.
opening and somebody that's out there taking a risk like Brian
Right.
Ingram and willing to bet on the future. And
Is
and
there
great
a
for-
lot of competition?
Oh my gosh. I mean, the competition is out there still,
Yeah.
but there's also a lot of space which people can, now pick up,
Right.
obviously reasonably. And you and I one morning went to the Hope Breakfast Bar
Right.
down the street,
Lovely.
which was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yes.
And they've closed down that street,
Right.
so people are, either bringing in the big heaters or, closing down areas
Right.
and having more people outside.
You know,
So-
I've noticed a lot of chefs were really working together during this
Yeah.
pandemic. I know. Speaking of Justin, I saw him and David Fema
Yep.
do a lot of cooking for people
Yep.
that were unfortunately didn't have food.
Yeah.
So there have been a lot of collaborations, and we being in the haberdashery or the where we are. It's kind of the meeting place, so we get privy to that information that people are doing.
Right.
Have done some really wonderful things, and that's the great thing about us being here. I know Anthony said we sell suits, but I look at it even bigger than that. An institution is a place that you can get that information, share that information, meet people, find out what people are
Yep.
doing, and this is invaluable
Yep.
with us having this conversation
Yeah.
with you. And we've had a long
Yep.
Yeah,
relationship,
it's
so been awesome.
it's trying to figure out how to be social and still follow the rules, be safe, right? And we thinking about things to do in the Twin Cities. We started an $8 elimination pool night, and we haven't had any takers yet. But with Todd About Town influence, he could influence people to come and join those teams, and you can win a suit.
I didn't even know you were doing that.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe it was my bad intro. They had me do the intro. I can't shoot
That-
pool.
You're-
It was a scratch. It was
Oh, I did see the one video on that.
that
Yes.
Yeah,
was
well,
sweet. I
yeah,
think
no, that was
maybe
good.
he had a bad
But we should get people up here to do that.
Absolutely,
That'd be fun.
yeah.
It's a usable space that we do have, and so we are a part of the lifestyle. This attainable lifestyle. I mean, I got married here last Friday, so plug.
I think we should post some of those pictures.
We will.
Yeah, we will.
So we can people
We
see
will.
that
Yep.
it's a beautiful.
Yeah. But
So-
it really was. It was. As I was saying to you earlier, I was not overwhelmed by it. I was really touched and
Yeah.
moved because what Anthony really went to the whole 100% for me.
Yeah.
And I would want other people to share within that because we're the chefs. So
Right.
I'm used to being the chef,
Yeah.
so to speak, and to have that shine on me.
So we had barbecue by Justin.
Justin.
Oh,
And
Justin did
I
the
tell you
food?
what,
Oh,
he
really?
does. He does a mean barbecue.
Yeah, Team
I mean-
yeah.
that's the official. And so these are all local people that
Yep.
you and I and also
Yeah.
Anthony have been privy to know that exist.
For years, yeah.
Years and years
Wow.
and years.
So
it's
Justin
really-
did that barbecue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then his father and I went to school together.
Oh, that you did?
Way back, and he was the one that brought the
He-
brought the food off for us.
So a little story about Justin's father. One day, now these are walking shoes, right? But I ran into Carrie and Justin's father, and he was like, Todd, you need to step up your shoe game. He was like, because he's way into the Kolhan shoes, and so after that next day, I went and bought 3 pair of Kolhan shoes just because of Carrie. But talk about a guy with style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
So there's these great relationships, and even as we are ourselves here working hard to continue to exist
Yeah.
in a manner that we are here.
Right.
So as everyone is out here working very hard to continue doing what they do best, we are included in that. So we're definitely are open to have
Yep.
people come in and do food and do
Yeah, absolutely.
music.
Collaboration.
Yeah.
What's next?
What's next is I am going to have a guest here next week, and we're going to talk about food.
So you get the hot seat.
Oh, wait, I get the hot
You
seat.
get the
huh?
hot seat and the sofa next week.
All right.
And that rents for $100 is only $50.
So what I
So next week we're going to send you packing. Is that- oh, I've waited
one.
for this.
Good
more
one.
underwear than
That's right. Just one pair. You'll be in your bathing suit the rest of the time. Hey, we want to thank you for tuning in. And Todd, next week, Todd's got the driving wheel.